So how do you go from getting an image of Venus like this to getting an image of Venus like this? The first thing I would like you to do is next time you go and image Venus, make sure the skies are crystal blue and clear. If you have bad seeing, these techniques are not going to work at all. So besides good seeing, the main thing you need to actually get detail, meaning cloud structures, cloud bands, everything you want on planet Venus, you have to have an Antlia U-Venus photo or a battery U-Venus photo, any kind of U-Venus photo. You have to have a U-Venus photo or else all those details will not be there because the planet reflects too much light, so it washes out all the details on planet Venus. In order to get better photos of Venus, especially with my small 8-inch telescope, even though I got this really good image, the only reason I got this image was also because I use higher exposures and lower gain. Now, normally with most planets, you would use lower exposures and higher gain because you want to get as much frame as possible without all the smearing and stuff. But in the UV channel of Venus, I have found out that actually a higher exposure with a lower gain has resulted in a much better image with less blur. So what about the IR channel? The IR channel is very important because this is what allows you to get those crispy views of Venus and the crispy edges and everything. If you want that with Venus, then you definitely need to take IR and make a false color image with the UV filters and everything. And I have a separate video on how to do that. It's in my channel somewhere. I don't know where exactly it is, but it is in my channel somewhere. Actually, it's one of my more recent videos. So you might be wondering, how much zoom is too much for Venus? So normally, yes, Venus is a very bright planet, so even though if you have a small scope, you can zoom in pretty much big. The problem is it'd be harder to get perfect collimation. That's another tip, is definitely have good collimation because your planet photos will suck if you don't. And that's in a separate video as well. But if you want to get a really good photo of Venus, I would definitely recommend not zooming in the Venus photo way too much, because if you do, you're still going to get artifacts like edrin. And even if you don't zoom in, you're still going to get artifacts like edrin, but it's only going to get blurrier, noisier, and worse the more you zoom it in, no matter if you have a really bright planet. So what I'm trying to say is, don't zoom it in much. Those are my tips on how to get good photos of Venus. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you like my content, please subscribe. Anyways, until next time, clear skies.